the positive structure, or we can also say affirmative structure, and we can also say declarative structure. So it is the positive structure. In a positive structure, we can say that first we will add the subject. What is subject? Subject is the doer of an action. Then we will add the base form of the verb or first form of the verb. Then we will add ses, and then we will write rest of the sentence. So here is an example. For example, first, you know, most of the verbs, with most of the verb we add just s, like for example a verb is run, walk, play, so we just add as. The second one is when a verbs end in these letters like s, double s, ch, sh, o, z, so we will add es here. We will add word if a word ends in this, like here I wrote go, you know, go end with o, so there is also o, so we will add es here. We will add es here, you can see es. And the second one is wash, you know, sh. This wash is ends in sh, so we will add es. And there are also much more letters you can write by your own self. And the third one, when a verbs end and you know a consonant plus y. For example, here I wrote pry, you know, the r is consonant and y is itself, so we will vanish, we will remove the y and we will replace it with ies. We will add with ies. Here you can see r is consonant, here you can see r plus y, so r is consonant and y is itself, so we will remove y and we will add ies. For example, we will remove this y, ies. So it is the third rule of simple present tense. And the fourth one is when the verb ends with vowel plus y. For example, here I wrote play, so you know the a, it is a vowel letter, so vowel plus y, so we will never remove the y, we will just add s, like here I wrote plays. So these were all about the 4 rules for the simple present tense. Now look at the uses number first, and inshallah in next lecture I will explain the other rules. And in this lecture I will explain just the first rule, you know. And first rule I will explain the 4 structure of simple present tense. So in the first structure you can say it is, we can say it is the positive structure, or we can also say affirmative structure, and we can also say declarative structure. So it is the positive structure. In a positive structure we can say that first we will add the subject. What is subject? Subject is the doer of an action. Then we will add the base form of the verb or first form of the verb. Then we will add ses, and then we will write rest of the sentence. So here is an example. For example, we wrote that he goes to school. So you know, I told you first that when the subject is he, she, it, you know, it is we wrote here he. So we will add with the verb s, es or ies. So you know this word you can see this ends with o. Here you can see o. So we will add es. So he goes to school. Okay. The second one we wrote here v. For example, you know, we came in this scenario, so you know we never add s or es or ies when the subject is in these words. You know, we will never add here s or es because the subject is we, and I told that before. So we love him, and you can explain more sentences like these. The second one is the negative structure. It is easy. You know, I told you here that we will helping verb in the affirmative structure, but we will use does or do is a helping verb in negative structure, interrogative structure, or we can say informative structure or information structure. Okay, so here the don't and does, these are the helping verb, so we will use helping verb in the negative, interrogative and informative structure. So here you can say you can see that here we have subject plus does or do not. So here we will use does, and where we will use don't. If the subject is he, she, for example, I say here we will use does with these subjects. If a subject is he, she, it or singular noun, so we will use does. And if the subject is I, we, you, they are plural nouns, so we will use do. do. For example, here's an example that it is belongs to this criteria. So we will use does. He does not go to school. Okay, he does not go to school, or we can say he doesn't go to school. Okay, the contract form of does not is doesn't, and we belong to this criteria, so we will use here do not. Okay, we will use here do not. So you can make your own sentence. And the third one is interrogative structure. Interrogative structure is easy. You will use do, does before the sentence, before the subject. So here you can see the example. Here again we will use do with these subjects like I, we, you, they, and we will use does with these subject like he, she, it, and a singular noun. For example, do we love him, or does he go to school? And we have the fourth structure of simple present tense, and this structure gives us more information as compared to the interrogative structure. For example, if I say does he go to school, so it gives just information. Does he go to school or not. If I say where does he go to school, so it gives more information about the subject, that where he wanna go to school. So here we will just put WH. We have WH like when, where, who. These are WH questions. So it is an informative structure. We will first we will use WH before do, does, and then we will add does, then we will plus subject, verb first form, and ROS. And remember, we will never add S, ES, or ES in these three structure: negative structure, interrogative structure, and informative structure. This rules is just for the positive informative structure. So this was all about the simple present tense. Inshallah, in next lecture I will explain the uses of simple present tense. Thank you.